I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Conor Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. But I'm not going to sit here and think Conor Benn out to dry. But I've got to be honest with you. Me personally, pretty devastated. Like, I've had a few days to digest what might happen, so maybe this interview is different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like you know, it's not often you get shocked, and I blame them.
I know Conor's hurt at the reaction of the general public, and I totally understand that. But he's asking people to believe something they don't see, and so until they see it, you know, you can't really crucify people saying believe in what they see.
Boxing insiders are stunned by Conor Benn's intense preparation for the Ryan Garcia fight, and even Eddie Hearn appears unable to hide his reaction. Benn has been training at an entirely different level lately, raising serious questions about what is behind this dramatic transformation. Is this simply the result of hard work and natural development, or is there something more going on? The speculation is only getting louder.
So, I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry. And he will say, well, it was a big offer, right? But, you know, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think you, for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like...
Johnny Nelson admits he would be deeply disappointed if he knew Conor personally, making it clear that he expected more from him. That reaction alone suggests there is something about the situation that doesn't sit comfortably with people around the sport. Instead of celebrating Benn's latest training footage, some are questioning what they are seeing and demanding an explanation before fight night arrives.
Yeah, I'd be upset about the people that know him personally, you know, and say, look, you should know me better than that, but the ones that don't know him don't take it personal. So let's just see and wait and see what happens, see when, if he does fight, what the explanation is, and if it's acceptable by the general public, so be it. But as long as Conor gets on with his career, one way or another, that's...
Tim Bradley takes a much simpler view, brushing the entire situation off as business. But when the discussion suddenly moves toward money, it can feel like the bigger issue is being avoided. Boxing insiders aren't merely debating financial figures. They're circling the question everyone wants answered: what is really behind Conor Benn's sudden physical transformation?
I was going great until I rode, and the first knockdown was such a shambles. Yeah, he pushed me.
What are you doing? I mean, you spoke to us at great length about this being your last fight. I know that you spoke about your wife suggesting that if you didn't...
Yeah, it's not up to my wife.
No, of course, it never has been, and neither was it at any point. For any man to have that said out loud was not particularly taken seriously, right? But you've said that this was your last fight.
I got bored.
Why? Why are you doing it again?
I got bored. I want to do...
Ryan Garcia isn't convinced either, already dismissing the excuses before the opening bell has even sounded. Rather than viewing Benn's transformation as something to fear, Garcia appears to be mocking it. That confidence suggests Ryan believes there may be more to Benn's new look than meets the eye, adding another layer of tension to an already heated matchup.
A chance, but it's probably quite a slim one. Yeah, but listen, it's about opportunity, and we don't know. Conor Benn's been craving for this world title fight. He's been calling it out for a long time. The thing that concerns me, Paul, is when you go up to 160 pounds, the super middleweight division, and then you're coming back down to welterweight, you're the division that you used to compete in, but you haven't been there for 4 years. You haven't made that weight for 4 years. I think your body adjusts, and acclimatises to a certain weight division. And I think
Regis Prograis offers a detailed look at the weight class dilemma surrounding Conor Benn. His analysis suggests the entire equation could change depending on which division Benn ultimately commits to. That only strengthens the concerns previously raised by Spencer Oliver about whether Benn's body can comfortably handle such a demanding move.
I think that Ryan Garcia is a better boxer, but if they get into a fight, which it might happen, I would pick Conor Benn. But Conor Benn is not skilled. He's not that skilled, but he's a raw fighter. You know, he's just a raw fighter. He wants to get there. He wants to fight. So if they get to that, if they get to the fight, I got it.
You think he'd be better? Conor Benn obviously was made about the weight train. You think he'd be better at 47 or going up to 54 to try and make
54,
that fight?
54. I think at 54. I think because at 47 he might be.
Adrian Broner doesn't hesitate when discussing Ryan Garcia's chances, backing Garcia's natural ability to overwhelm Conor Benn. It's a direct prediction from a former champion who clearly believes raw talent could settle this debate once the two men are inside the ring, potentially putting the wider Devin Haney storyline on the back burner.
Who wins that?
Ryan.
Ryan? Easy. Easy? Why?
Got more talent. That fight, the talent.
Joe Rogan speaks extremely highly of Ryan Garcia's left hook, describing a weapon that could completely change the fight in an instant. Praise like that carries plenty of attention, especially coming from Rogan. And if Garcia can land that punch cleanly, it could become one of the biggest problems Conor Benn has to solve on fight night.
This one thing that's so like Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. It's the
kid's super fast.
Yeah, it's a crazy left hook. It's so goddamn good. It's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does. Just whips.
Fast, powerful. Both.
Fast, powerful, distance management, angles that it comes from. It comes up, it comes around, it just hits you faster than you know it's supposed to.
Forget Devin Haney for a moment, because Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn have now found themselves face-to-face with the tension immediately boiling over. The confrontation makes one thing obvious: this event has become a powder keg. With emotions already running this high, it feels like anything could happen before the fighters even step into the ring.
It's hard, but you can see it coming. If you load up, you can see it coming. So with Ryan Garcia, he has a lot of experience. With somebody like that, you have to be a little more, hide his foot a little more, that's all.
Final for me, how's retirement?
I love it, bro. I love it. I'm getting bigger. I've been lifting. I still get that spar and stuff like that, play around, but like, I don't have no desire to fight again.
Any interest about being a coach? Any interest about being a coach?
Conor Benn appears unfazed by the surrounding drama, insisting that he blocks out the distractions created by Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. It's a composed response in the middle of an increasingly chaotic buildup. At the same time, Benn's belief that Garcia lacks heart adds another serious layer of hostility to an already personal rivalry.
The best in the world at this.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
All I do is focus on doing what I got to do. And that's why I am where I am, because I just focus on doing me. Forget all the noise, forget all the politics, forget everything else. Focus on being the best fighter I can be and let my team handle the rest.
You know, speaking of you punching people's heads in, you and Ryan got in it on X the other day. You said he lacks heart and you're gonna make him quit.
Yeah.
You know,
that's not speculation. That's facts. We've seen it.
Shakur Stevenson raises questions about whether Conor Benn has truly focused enough on preparation, suggesting that promotion may have received too much attention compared with actual training. At the same time, Stevenson strongly backs Ryan Garcia's readiness and expects him to deliver a knockout performance. If that prediction comes true, it could silence the surrounding noise and further complicate Devin Haney's plans.
Pure boxers in the sport. He's so good. But he just didn't have the understanding yet that a guy can whip that left hook so fast and catch him and fuck him up in these weird angles.
Max Kellerman draws an interesting historical comparison, explaining how elite ability combined with patience and caution can create an extremely difficult puzzle for any opponent. His point appears particularly relevant to Ryan Garcia's style. If Garcia can combine his natural gifts with disciplined execution, Conor Benn could find himself facing a problem that is extremely difficult to solve.
When a guy has those advantages in boxing skill and speed, and they don't take risks, they are almost impossible to beat. So no matter who Purnell was fighting, no matter who Roy was fighting, if someone would have asked me who they're going to be, they're fighting Godzilla.
Canelo Alvarez also weighs in, making it clear that he believes Ryan Garcia is simply too talented for what awaits him. An endorsement like that from an all-time great naturally carries enormous weight. Canelo's confidence in Garcia only increases the pressure on Conor Benn to prove the doubters wrong when the two finally meet.
That's a good fight.
right? I think it's gonna be a little more action, but it's just Monta is too good.
What do you think about the body shot?
That cares a lot, but you know, we are fighters. We need to get out with that.
That also helps explain why Devin Haney continues to hover around the entire situation. He remains eager for another opportunity at redemption against a fighter who has become one of the central figures in this increasingly complicated rivalry.
Fresh out, boys. When's the merch rolling out? When y'all rolling out the merch?
That's hard though.
The merch.
Can't see that.
Everybody gotta get it. It's part of this shit.
The can man's back. The can man is back.
Jeff Mayweather takes a more measured position, acknowledging that both fighters possess serious power heading into the matchup. But his biggest concern is consistency. He questions which version of Ryan Garcia will actually appear when the pressure is at its highest. That uncertainty is something Devin Haney has repeatedly used to challenge Garcia throughout the build-up.
Conor Benn against Ryan Garcia, I think Conor Benn gets absolutely splattered. I've got to be honest, I don't think he's got a chance. He's not there yet, and I've said it before and he gets the ump with me for saying it. But who's he beat? What's he done? Who's his biggest win?
Chris Eubank.
Yeah, and who's the other kid he beat? Was it Algeria?
Yeah, but he was 43 on
Eubank, you can't say that's a big win. This guy finished Eubank years ago. And
Jeff Mayweather maintains his cautious assessment, recognizing the danger both fighters bring while focusing heavily on consistency. His central question remains the same: which Ryan Garcia will show up when everything is on the line? It's a weakness Devin Haney has repeatedly pointed toward, making Garcia's performance on fight night even more important.
You know, in terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. You know, I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America, Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, you know, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
And Carl Fruck doesn't hold back when discussing Conor Benn's resume, arguing that his biggest victories haven't come against opponents he considers to be at championship level. Fruck predicts a one-sided matchup and refuses to soften his assessment. Those comments put even more pressure on Benn, who now has another opportunity to answer every critic with his performance inside the ring.
You have to give him a chance, but it's probably quite a slim one. Yeah, but listen, it's about opportunity, and we don't know. Conor Benn's been craving for this world title fight. He's been calling it out for a long time. The thing that concerns me, Paul, is when you go up to 160 pounds, the super middleweight division, and then you're coming back down to welterweight, you're the division that you used to compete in, but you haven't been there for 4 years. You haven't made that weight for 4 years. I think your body adjusts, and acclimatizes to a certain weight division, and I think it's hard.
So, this is where the entire explosive situation stands. Devin Haney stormed onto the stage, confronted Ryan Garcia, and demanded another opportunity, while Conor Benn remained focused on proving himself at welterweight after years away. From Carl Fruck questioning Benn's resume to Spencer Oliver repeatedly raising concerns about the weight and Canelo Alvarez declaring Garcia too good right now, this has developed into one of boxing's most complicated rivalries. Haney clearly isn't ready to walk away from his pursuit of another shot. Benn believes he has finally found his natural division, while Garcia remains at the center of the storm with pressure coming from every direction. Whatever happens next, this story is far from over. The explosive confrontation at the press conference made that perfectly clear, showing just how personal and unpredictable this entire situation has become.